Hello, everyone. Whew. December the 1st already, right? It's hard to believe. Today is, like I said, wow, December the 1st. It's mind-blowing to me how fast this year has actually gone. And tonight was the first night of the grand kickoff for the 12 days of Quiltmas. And if you missed it, please slip over to Kristen over at Scrap Fabric Love for your evening pleasure. Her video was mind-blowing at best. It was really amazing what she come up with this year. So let me slip into the chat real quick. Michelle, hello. Patricia Arbuckle. Oh, you're sweet. Day's in the house, dropping links. Donnell's in the house. Hello, hello. Joydy's here. Let me see. I'm just skimming. June, hello, sweethearts. Linda's in the house. And hey, Heather's in the house. I love to have the chat filled up, and I love all you guys. But sometimes a slow Monday night, it's a good thing, you know? They can catch us on the replay. But how often do you find yourself buried in scraps? I know I have been here lately. And I've got multiple projects going at the same time with my scraps. But this is what I aborted on Sunday when we lost our power. I was going to turn this into a zipper bag tonight, but I'm not sure if that's the direction I want to go. So I don't want to start something and not be able to finish it. But I thought, boy, that would be really different. But I want to put something on it before I make the bag out of it. It's going to end up being a little zipper pouch, and I'll be able to show you that. Anagram, Heather. So that's what this one will be. And then this one, I was playing with my, I was calling it Joe's, but we all know it's mine now. I've claimed it. I was playing with some scraps here and just trying not to be so scrappy. Well, no matter what I did, I still lined up. So I was playing with it, and I put Day's name in, just trying different fonts and things and different flowers, just fooling around right now. But this, it's basically going back into the scrap bin. I'm not going to do anything with it. I'm just going to probably keep playing with different things on Flare until I can get more comfortable. I'm not sure why it jumped here. This is the white flower, and then it outlined it over, but maybe that was the pattern. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why this didn't show up as green as this one. You know what I mean? So there's things I have to learn along the way, but I told you as I'm learning it, I would bring this along and show you whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. So this was just a way to play, you know what I mean? Using up some scraps. So I need to make some new trivets for my kitchen. Have you guys ever made trivets? Drop me a heart in the chat. They're really quite simple to make, and it's a quick, simple, easy sew. I need this over here. I was going to move that out of my way. So you can either, there's multiple ways to do these. You can either just sew these all together and then lay it down, or you can build it out. I just want to see how scrappy I can go with it tonight. So basically all I'm going to do is line it up across and quilt through it. And sit and get to talk to you guys. Now, how easy is that? I call that a win night. So I use trivets a lot in my kitchen for when we have hot plates that I need to lay on the island and things like that. And it's just something fun that you can use, cut up strips and turn them into whatever you wish for them to be. I have made the big ones for large casserole dishes, absolutely. The sky's the limit with them. They're so easy to make, and you can style them however you wish. My goal is I have such a massive amount of scraps right now. I do wish to get rid of them, as many as I can. So we'll see what happens. Might work, might not, I'm not sure. So I just want to tie in some of these colors tonight and see where it goes. And if I lose a bobbin chicken, I forgot to check. So I do expect that tonight. I've been working all day and literally walked in here, sat down, and forgot to check. Hello, Patricia. Let me see. Never made a trivet, but pot holders. These are just something you can sit on the counter and help keep things warm, but protect your counters and islands as well. And it's just, like I said, something fun, easy. You can make them as organized as you wish, or you can make these as scrappy as you wish. The sky's the limit, whatever you want. There's no rhyme or reason, no method to the madness. I just sewed together a bunch of scraps tonight, and this will end up either being the front or the back. It won't matter as I go along, and I'll be able to show you. And too bad Debbie's not in the house. She'll see I'm doing scrappy yet again. Oh, is she? I didn't see. I'll have to look. Hold on. Yeah, I'm trying my best to go a little bit, not crazy, out of my comfort zone. I am here. Donna is going scraptastic. I'm so proud. Aw. Yeah, no, this is not a forever me. Trust me. I'm just trying to utilize some of this leftover scraps that I do have. And what a way to do it, but cut these puppies off and see how far I can go, right? And you can even do a basket weave with your scraps. And that looks really nice as well. But it's just a matter of a quick, simple, easy sew. And all you're doing is sewing it right to your batting. I always use an extra layer when I'm ready to quilt it, but this just sew it on, I'm not going to do that. And like I said, this is just very, very scrappy. And I have no way of knowing what it's going to turn into. Joe, can you turn the air on? It's getting stuffy. I'm digging, getting my desk and machine all organized and plugged in now. Awesome. Before we know it, you'll have that place whipped back into shape. And I can't wait to see it. It looks so cool. Katie Crafts is in the house. Hello, sweetheart. And welcome. And don't mind me, I'm being very messy cutting tonight. I'm just very scrappy. That's the goal. I want it to be very, very scrappy. I'll line this up like that. I'm starting to think I was popping a hot flash. Oh, okay. No. Mm-hmm. Then I'll square this down here in just a couple minutes. And you'll see how quick this comes together. And this is something you would learn if you're like to make things like this. Just another avenue, another quick way you can use up your scraps. Around where we live, everybody loves trivets. It's the way to go. Bobbin Chicken has lost. Hello, Janine, and welcome, sweetheart. And don't be afraid if you lose the bobbin chicken. Just pick up right where you were and keep on going. You can do these really fancy, like with the stars. You could do it with just a really pretty fabric. But mine always seem to get spillage. And you know what I mean? Like when people serving themselves, things get ruined. So I was like, I'll just make a new set for this year to lay that if they spill on it, it'll go right through the wash, lickety split. Yeah, I use mine all the time as well. I really do prefer to use those. And I just pulled these out. They're just simple scraps that were for other projects that I didn't get them used for. I either made too much or... So let me know in the comments, what did you think of the kickoff for tonight of the 12 days of Quiltmas? Was that not a blast? Yep, gravy, dribbles, ketchup, whatever. Yep. Chuck it right in the laundry, and these are so easy. Just wash them up just like you do your kitchen towels. I throw mine in with my towels, to be honest with you. And give them a quick press, and you're back in business again. Within a few minutes, really. Doesn't take long at all. But is this very, very scrappy? Absolutely. Is anybody really going to actually see it? Probably not, because some kind of a dish is going to be covering the majority of it. And they'll catch a little scant bit of Christmas. Was great, Donna. Absolutely. She did an amazing job with that. I make dog dish. Yeah, whatever it takes, just use them up. You don't want to lose them. And I've seen people just sit and chop them all up and put them in dog beds. Whatever the case may be, the sky is the limit. You're in charge of your own destiny of scraps. And when mine get little enough, they just leave here. They vacate the premises because I can't keep everything. But I was like, I just wanted a fun, easy, simple sew tonight that would be fun to play. I liked Kristen's big honking bow. I've never saw one like that done on a quilt. That was a first for me tonight. And Joe and I was sitting there and I was like, oh wow, I'd never ever would have thought to do that. So that's part of the fun of the Quiltmas. You never know what's coming. So I just think it's cool. And to make a bow like that, that was not in my wheelhouse, but now I understand how she did it. So it would be fun to do. So I want to make sure I get my corner covered. So I picked a wider one. And then here's my little tidbits I'll set aside for now. And like I said, this is the sloppiest you'll ever see me cut. So the ultimate goal would be right about now, you would decide how big you want this. I started out probably 12.5 by 12.5 is the way this puppy is going to go. And these are now small enough, they'll go into my scrap bin. Flip it around and do it again. And honestly, things like this, if you're a crafter or a vendor, trivets go really well around here. I'm not sure about your area, but they're so simple and fun to make. Now see how cool that turned out? Really simple, easy. It could have been a little less chaotic, you know? It's a little bit much for me, but it'll be all right. I'm going to breathe through this and we're going to work through it. I know I can do it. So now I want to do the extra batting. And then I will show you how we're going to, and this is just scrap batting that I have laying here. No need to go buy a great big thing, you know? And I hate to put a lot of effort and work into something that I know is going to end up ruined. And then that's okay too, you know? So right here is where I'm just going to simply flip it over. Going to double up your batting. Then I'm also going to upcycle one of our block swaps. So I have a two-sided one. Now how cool is that? So when it's just Joe and I'll use this side. And then when I have company and I want to be all fancy, I'll use this side. Now how cool is that? You can use the thermal batting too, yes. The Insel braids. Yes. But I just doubled my batting, to be honest with you. So what I'm going to do is just sew along the seams right now just to get this tacked in. And you don't have to go slow. Do your stitch in the ditch. And this was from the Jolly Jingle block swap. As y'all know, my quilt is done. And the block came in late. And guess what? I still want to use it. So what a better way than to utilize it that I can show you all the prettiness of it, right? I like that idea. What do you guys think? And when I'm telling you, you don't always have to go 100% scrappy, but to use up your scraps, you can do all kinds of fun things. It's kind of like you can make it as quilty as you wish, Yes, the insole bright and batting when making my pot holders. Yes, the insole bright is a good thing. So now here, do I want to do the X? The sky's the limit. You do as you wish. So I'm just going to come across this way, and you're going to see. Then I'm going to turn it and just do the same thing here. Because mainly, I just want to make sure this puppy looks pretty and it's tucked in very well. And I've managed somehow to catch my thread. There you go. Just teasing me over here, guys. Trying to be nice to me. It's like thread. I'm going to come along here. Just a little. I don't want to lose the design. I think it's too cute. So I want to get all that in. Like I said, this is going to be the quickest project. You could honestly probably do it in like 15 minutes or less. And if you were selling these around here, they go for 10 bucks a piece. You can't make something so quick and simple. And it's very painless, trust me. I want to come this way. And I'm going to come straight through the center. And do the same thing on this side. Is that not cool? Either way, I've got this cool looking trivet. Two-sided. So what are we going to do next? We're going to bind this puppy up. And I always have extra binding laying around from one project or another. So that's where this binding is from. One project or another. This one has the flanged binding. And I will be doing you guys a video on that as well. But the flange binding is not hard to make. Basically, you cut your lighter color a little bit larger than your darker. That way, when you fold it and you're making your 2.5 inch strip, you're going to have this white line or cream line, whatever you want it to be. And I hope that makes sense. So I'm going to, you do this just like you do any other quilt project. I'm going to stick a pin in it, but I want to come down a little bit further this way to allow myself when I make that pivot. So I'm going to come all the way down. Leave myself enough room there that I have that wiggle room. And for me, I come all the way down. When I'm doing the trivets, I'm going to fold it up and then fold it right back down. I've seen several new techniques in the last few weeks, and I might try a couple of those just to see which one I like best. And just all you do is take your right hand and flip it up. Put your finger there and fold it back down. If these two sides line up, you're going to have a nice tidy corner. And repeat it again. Lickety splits. Just like that. Here we're going to do the same technique one final time. Fold it up and come back. And all I'm going to do here is just get it tucked in. I'm going to measure my 2.5 inch because I know this is 2.5 inches. And that's where your overlap will be. So come right here, pull it nice and tight. I like a good tight one. And I'll just put a little snip here. Just like that. Bye all, Merry Christmas. Bye Kelly, thanks for stopping in. Lovely, dear Donna. Time to head out though. I get it. You have to do what you have to do. And I'll be able to sit that aside now and it's out of my way. You do this just like you do any other. You're just going to take your left hand and you're going to fold it down. You're going to take your right one. And you're going to make your cross. You can also, this is one way, and I want to show you the other way. You can also opt to just do the tuck, since this is a trivet. Just make sure you're keeping your end tight here, and lay this one over. Let me do that one for now to show you that. The next one I do, I will do a video on joining that to where you're lining up your lines. I want to make sure you have a very good, clear view of that. You're going to do this like you do anything else. Make your little roundings here. You're coming around. You can opt to snip your corners. I don't on some projects strictly because I have long enough nails. I can tuck it up in there. And that seems to work for me. And then get it to lay as flat as you can. Come around to your other side. And then this is where your magic will happen. If you have it in right, you're going to be able to poke that corner and then lay this one down. And I'm hoping that this picks up good enough for you. But right here, you should line up perfect and have that nice line. So let me get this in and then I'll be able to show you. And now I don't have to take it back off the machine. I just need to make sure that the top is the one I fold down first. And then the one facing me, I will fold up. That's going to give me that point right here that I wish to keep. One more bounce. And then flip it and just continue the rest of the way around. Do the same thing. The top one, you come all the way over, back it up, and then just fold until you get it lined up the way you wish. And then just pivot your trivets. And I just think these are so fun and simple to sew. You don't have to put a lot of thought into it, and it could be a quick, simple moneymaker for you, or it could be a quick gift if you're invited to that last-minute holiday party. And no one likes to go to those empty-handed, right? We like to take something. So this is one thing you could whip out in no time at all. Use an orphan block and make a trivet, you know? or do like I did, use up scraps. And make sure you trim your threads. Let me get this up here. That way I can show you. I'm going to come up to the camera in front of me, Joe. I'm coming up to the main camera. All right. You should be able to see how that lined up. Don't mind the strings. I didn't brush it off. But right there, it lines up really well. Easy, and what, under 30 minutes, we made a fun trivet. So, what did you guys think of that? I'm sure you guys have made them yourselves before, but some people have not, and I just think that's a cute way to upcycle and still be able to use these blocks, because I really like these. So I hope that your night has been fun, amazing, and that you enjoyed all things about Quiltmas. And don't forget, tomorrow night you stop over at Dave's the craft room, and that's where you're going to find a lot of fun. He's a really cool guy, and you're going to enjoy it. So you guys take care. God bless. Have a fabulous week. And each day for the month of December, I have a video coming out at different times throughout the day. Slip in and give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think. I'm trying to really pick up my game for the month of December. Not long videos, very short videos, but I think you'll have a good time watching them. Take care, guys. Thanks for stopping in tonight.